they added new packs that I think are going to be the packs for like the advanced missions or the expert ones, one or the other. And I glanced at them, and they seem to be all themed around multiple EXs. And there are now so many EXs that you can actually make a deck with multiple EXs in every type. And I thought they might be super hyper meta and like try hard, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting to go through them. But then I looked a little bit, and they're not super duper meta, but they're kind of interesting. Like I've never actually seen someone put Buzzwole and Chuckle together, but they would actually make a pretty decent pair. The stuff like that. They picked EXs that actually go quite sensibly together, and then they tried to make a deck where they work. So it's quite fun. Anyway, I thought we should look through them and check them out. Look at my cool Shuckle. This one is... You got the Ultra Beasts, you have the Pheromosa and the Buzzwole and the Kartana. Those three have nice synergy together. And you do have a Lusamine. You would definitely run two of them in this deck, just so you have it more reliably when you need it. You'd probably run two Buzzwoles as well. That's always been a consistent issue with the pre-made decks, is that you want more hyper-focused stuff. It's kind of interesting when you can divert away from being hyper-focused. If you've got like just high HP basics like Buzzwole and Shuckle, you really can't just run one. Like, you know, Buzzwole is obviously better in the late game, and Shuckle is obviously better in the early game. Meowscarada is a good card. We got two of the whole line. Kartana and Pheromosa are early game fiends that can easily pivot into Buzzwole. Then we also have Celesteela to help us pivot between Kartanas or between Pheromosas, or from either one to Buzzwole. And then you can also, you know, use Celesteela to retreat into like a Kartana from your Buzzwole, and then just retreat into Buzzwole again, and then you'll be able to attack with Big Beat or whatever it is. Looks okay. Doesn't look amazing. The firepower is not crazy high. Meowscarada is quite a good card. Buzzwole is quite a good card. The other cards are not horrible. One Leaf Cape, one Erica is a little bit light, and no kind of like no way to kind of speed through your deck, I guess. It's not amazing, but it's a workable deck. Charizard Moltres was meta for a long time. Till they made the second Charizard, really. We got a Moltres. Just one. Just one Moltres. And only one Charizard, too. That's very suspect. And what the frick is Torkoal doing here? Torkoal does do the kind of cool little deed of killing Oricorio, I suppose. I think there are better ways to do it, because Torkoal is a basic that has 2 retreat costs. That's quite annoying. Wow, I haven't had one of these in a while. Isn't that kind of weird? There's a robot. Eevee and Flareon are decent batteries as they go. You really want more for Charizard. Charizard's pretty energy hungry. We have a rare candy and 2 stage 1s. Isn't that kind of interesting? Players almost always do it the other way. It's also not the Charmeleon I would use for this, although you could make an argument for using this Charmeleon on this, because you tend to have a lot of energy, and you don't tend to have... Excuse me. If you're bricking on your Charizard, you want your Charmeleon to at least do a lot of damage. You know, this Charmeleon, it could kill a basic. It's not weak. 60. Maybe you get 3 heads on your Moltres, and you realize, hey, I could kill this basic and win the game instantly. The Leaf is kind of funny. Leaf is good for getting out of Moltres, I suppose. Energy Switch is kind of funny, too. That lets you keep one of the energies from the Moltres if you Leaf out. That's kind of good. You also have Shaman. That reduces the retreat cost of a basic. And Moltres is a basic, and so is Torkoal. So Shaman actually feels quite decent on this deck. You don't need the bench space. Like, the bench is... You don't need to fill it or anything. You'll have room for Shaman. Looks okay. 1 Articuno, 1 Palkia. The whole Greninja line, plus a rare candy, and then a random Cyclozar. Manaphy... energy accelerates a lot faster than Mantike does, but you really need a full bench to feel it. So you want a lot of like basics so that you fill out that bench. We got Cyclozar, we got 2 Froakies, we got 2 Manaphies who doesn't really need the energy, and then a Palkia and an Articuno. So good odds that Manaphy is going to be dropping energies on 2 things. Honestly, It looks alright. Very good odds you'll get up both, at least one or maybe both Greninjas, and Greninja's a very good card. We do have a Cyrus in here, which is the reason Greninja's a good card. Arita for a little bit of health. Palkia and Articuno are both very good friends of Manaphy. This probably would still work in this day and age. It probably wouldn't be amazing, but it would still work. A Pikachu deck using Magnezone and Raichu EX and EX Pikachu. So we have two Pikachus and a single Raichu EX. Alolan Raichu EX. One Pikachu EX. Two of the Magnezone line. The Magnezone is really good. Pachirisu. I haven't thought about Pachirisu since they added Pichu. Pichu is pretty much just better. Pachirisu is kind of cool because it actually has a decent amount of HP, so it's got a decent shot of getting off its little attack twice. But so does Pichu if you're going first, and Pichu going first is just very powerful in general. Electric decks really suffer if they go first because the entire point of an electric deck is to go fast. But now Pichu, Zeraora, and Energy Switch make it very easy to kind of go first even when you... or go... It gives you the upper leg even if you go first most of the time. Decent looking deck. You want more attackers really, it's missing the power. Pikachu EX is okay, Raichu EX is okay, those are okay cards. But you want, because of that, you want them, if they're going to be doing all the work, you want more of them. We got Gardevoir. The random, you know, it's for Oricorio, I guess. I've used this in a deck before to kill Oricorio. I don't know what Delcatty's doing here. Delcatty accelerates colorless energy. And for what it's worth, everything here has colorless energy. That'll get your Mew up sooner. For what it's worth, the Mewtwo discards Psychic. It doesn't discard colorless. So yeah, you'll be able to use Side Drive faster. But you will still need the Gardevoir in order to use Side Drive every turn. Delcatty I've never seen in a single serious deck. I think it probably has some viability somewhere, but I've never... people haven't found it. It's not amazing. Just a Sabrina. Again, we have two Kirlias, but then only one Rare Candy. I've never thought about that ratio. Gardevoir is mostly good for its ability, not for its combat, so a second Rare Candy kind of seems better. But Stage 1s are definitely more consistent than Rare Candies are, because they don't require you having the Stage 2. Lunala and Giratina. We have a random freaking Jinx in here. We have Slurpuff. I have theorized that Slurpuff is still viable outside of Sweet's Relay decks, just because it's a pretty strong card. It does 90 damage for 2 energies if you've already used Sweet's Relay on your previous turn. And that is possible not only as a Slurpuff, but also as a Swirlix. It also has quite a lot of HP at 120. We have the random Oricorio. We got Lunala. So whack to have 2 Cosmo M, 1 Rare Candy, but only 1 Lunala. Like, you've got 3 different avenues into Lunala, but you only have the 1 Lunala. That's terrible. Something here. This Cosmo M should become a freaking Lunala. The rest of the deck looks okay. A lot of different avenues to win, I guess. Lucario and Garchomp. So we got the Pseudo Widow. That's not a bad card. It's not great. We got the whole Garchomp line. We got the frickin' Punch Riolu. They might just go with whatever I have. Because I personally prefer the Jab Riolu. This deck looks slow. Cyclizar usually builds more energy than it needs, so, you know, that's something. But, Garchomp does not need very much energy. It also builds more energy than it needs. And I guess Pseudo Widow builds more energy than it needs. Lucario needs much more energy than it builds. You've really got to... and this Riolu as well. They're very greedy. You've got a lone X speed in there in case you lead Riolu, which would be catastrophic in this deck. You got a Rare Candy for what? For Garchomp? A random Cyrus in there, which does have synergy with Garchomp for what it's worth, and also with Lucario. Doesn't look great. Zubat and Crobat. And then Umbreon. And then Nihilego and Guzzlord. Who's inflicting poison here? Oh, it's Crobat EX. You got 2 Nihiligos for your Crobat EX? Put some damn barbs in this deck. What's Farfetch doing here? You got 2 Eevees, 2 Zubats, 2 Nihilego, and a Guzzlord. I don't think you need Farfetch'd. I think he can sit this one out. The random silver. The Lusamine to get the energies onto the Guzzlord. This deck would be very awkward if you were forced to lead Guzzlord. You just can't get out of it. Okay, Farfetch is just helping him make it less likely that you have to lead Guzzlord. If you get Guzzlord and your initial 5-card hand is the only basic, oof. That's terrible. It's 4 energies to retreat it. I guess you'll probably get some Grindcores off. That one doesn't look great. Needs barbs. What energy is being run in this? Dialga is terrible unless you're running lone metal energy. And Crobat, you can use Crobat outside of metal decks, but you wouldn't run this Zubat and this Golbat. You would run the colorless ones. I don't know what Crobat is doing here. I mean, Crobat is arguably the best ally for Arceus EX, but I mean, the best one with the Arceus EX link, because the actual best ally for Arceus EX is something like frickin' Magby. I don't know. Like, obviously Dialga is supposed to power up Arceus. It looks super awkward. I don't know what energy you're supposed to run. The Zubats and Golbats are super awkward. You just can't attack with them. Unless you run Dark Metal, which sounds horrible because it means you're going to be getting dark energies while trying to power up the Dialga. Excadrill. That needs a metal. This really is a metal dark deck? That's terrible. I mean, on average, you'll get 2 metals and 4 energies for heavy impact, but not being able to reliably metallic turbo in 2 turns. Like, Dialga is already a pretty slow card. Oh, that one looks ass. Okay, we got a proper metal deck. Solgaleo, only one of it. Excadrill, which is not horrible. Klefki, which is not horrible. Skarmory, which is definitely not horrible. Magearna, which is not horrible. This is all a bunch of fluff. You really just want to go all in on Solgaleo. Solgaleo decks are honestly very good. I would definitely have just like a Skarmory in here. I just killed the Excadrill for a Skarmory. Like, Skarmory kind of does the same thing as Excadrill, but like, you also make room for tools. And you don't need to evolve. And then everything can exploit the tools. Regular Skarmory is just begging to be here. Not amazing. Sylveon, is this... I guess this is Mono Dark, huh? We just have the Sylveon for the draw. So you got Umbreon to lock basics from attacking. You got Farfetch to do Farfetch things, hit stuff with sticks. You got Eevee. You got 3 Eevees and 3 Eeveelutions, which is a bit funny. You got a Shaman to help you switch, which I guess is good for the... No, it's not good for the Sylveon because it's an evolution. Type Null is a good card. 2 Type Nulls, 2 Sylvalis. We have no Gladians. Without Gladian, I don't think Sylvali is good. Or at least not nearly as good. That Dawn should have been a Gladian. Ho and Lugia. Skitty to power up Ho-Oh. Farfetch to do Farfetch things. Shaman to help you switch. Type Null and Sylvali, Cyclozar. These are all cards that I think they thought were good. Sylvali is actually good. Ho-Oh might be good. I'm a little bit on the fence. Everything else is bad. Farfetch is good. Farfetch is a good card. Farfetch is... What is going on here? It's a bit masturbatory, isn't it? We only have 1 rare candy for all this? So what? It's a grass, fire, water deck? I don't want to be the one to say it, but... You know, you're going to be getting a lot of different kinds of energies. How are you ever going to get off Venusaur's 4 energy attack? And I think Blastoise also requires... I have this many shinies of the Blastoise family. 2 extra water energies. Yeah, good luck ever getting the powered up Hydro Bazooka. You need 5 energies and 4 of them need to be water. Charizard at least can pretty reliably get its Stoke off, I suppose. Not as reliably as if you were running Mono Fire. This deck looks horrible, but at least it's cute. Pokemon communication, so you can try to communicate for whatever mon you're actually getting the energy for. Oh, I like that there was Leaf and Red in there. That's actually really cute. Because they're the main characters of Gen 1, and those are the Gen 1 starters. Calling Leaf the main character of Gen 1 feels a bit disingenuous, even though she is. Raichu and Pikachu. This is a little bit similar to the other one, except we got 2 Pikachu EXs. I didn't even look at it. It's the Circle Circuit Pikachu. It's not the Thunderbolt one or whatever it is. Pika Papow. Well, this deck looks fast anyway, and you do have Raichu for a little bit of a late game cleaning. Early game Pachirisu or Pikachu, late game Raichu. And then you have the Electrical Cord to save the energies. You can also just have a late game Pikachu EX. You have exactly 2 tools, 3 tools for your Pachirisu. Electrical Cord and Pachirisu go hand in hand. I can't believe I never really thought about that combo. What the heck is Handscope doing in here? They really think Handscope is a good card. I got news for them. Why is this beeping? What does it want to show me?